Fallout from deadly U.S. strikes on Iran's top general is growing tonight, politically, militarily, and diplomatically.
KCAL 9 political reporter Randy Page is here now with us with the latest. Randy?
Wait till you see these aerials. They're absolutely staggering. Massive protests in Tehran tonight. Some military experts are saying we're closer to war now than we've been in decades. In Tehran tonight, grief and anger on a grand scale. An estimated 1 million mourners in a procession that stretched nearly 4 miles. More than a public display of anguish, it is also a message to the world that Iran is united in fury and outrage against the United States. Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, broke down as he led the prayer services for his friend and ally, Qassem Soleimani. Out on the street, expressions of deep resentment.
I just say the sentence for the President Trump. You deep your grave.
Soleimani's daughter said her father's death will bring dark days to America. Tonight, CBS News correspondent Elizabeth Palmer reports if Iran does retaliate with force, it's likely to involve Hassan Nasrallah and Hezbollah, a battle-hardened militia based in Lebanon. Nasrallah said it was the U.S. military that killed Soleimani and it will pay, but he emphasized American civilians will not be targeted. This chilling video posted on Twitter by an Iranian militia propaganda channel shows American soldiers in their crosshairs. Military experts say American soldiers are probably at greatest risk. The question is, will American troops be withdrawn from the country? Today, confusion on that question. Iraq's acting prime minister met with the U.S. ambassador to discuss how to implement a non-binding resolution which calls for American troops to leave the country. But Defense Secretary Mark Esper told reporters off camera that the U.S. is staying.
There's been no decision whatsoever to leave Iraq. There is no decision to leave, nor do we issue any plans to leave or prepare to leave.
Earlier in the day, the draft of a letter from an American general to his Iraqi counterpart speaks about measures to ensure that the movement out of Iraq is conducted in a safe and efficient manner. But the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Mark Milley, characterized the letter by saying this.
It was a mistake, an honest mistake, a draft, unsigned letter, because we are moving forces around and we have increased helicopter movement in Iraq.
The troops are repositioning to prepare for possible attacks from Iranian-backed militias, promising to retaliate for the killing of General Soleimani. At the White House tonight, President Trump defended his decision to kill the Iranian top military leader.
He should have been taken out a long time ago, and we had a shot at it, and we took him out. And we're a lot safer now because of it.
President Trump has also not backed down on his threat to respond to Iranian retaliation by targeting 52 Iranian sites, including some important to the Iranian culture. Attacking cultural sites could be considered a war crime under international law. Today, Defense Secretary Esper openly disputed the president.
We will follow the laws of armed conflict.
The defense secretary is the third administration official to publicly contradict President Trump. Former acting CIA director and CBS News national security contributor Michael Morrell says the United States and Iran are closer to war than any time in the past 30 years.
Given the president's red line, we're one dead American away. So as the mourning period ends, what I'm most concerned about is a missile attack in Iraq against a U.S. diplomatic or military facility that kills an American, thereby forcing the president to either live up to his red line and attack Iran, in which case we're at war, or he doesn't do that and he looks weak.
Morrell says now that the 3-day mourning period in Iran is coming to a close, a retaliatory strike on U.S. troops could come at any time.
My goodness. All right, Randy, thank you.